Morning. Today we're on the USS Midway. The keel was laid in 1943, commissioned later in 1945, and got underway for the first time with 4,500 personnel aboard. Let's go on inside and take a little tour. And there's space one right in there, but this closed space. Maybe a helicopter was used for resupply from ship to ship. This one, so just normal helicopter, ship shore, ship. Over here looks like a little Piper Cub or Cessna, which was used for observations and reconnaissance. Little airplane. And then you get down here to everybody's favorites. The World War II planes. This is Nephew Corsair, the Gullwing, Pappy Boynton, the famous Marine Major that flew one of these out of the Solomon Islands. Had a lot of Japanese era victories on this. And these are very nice airplanes. Real long nose, four-bladed props, big engines. Very famous airplanes of World War II. And they use them in Korea War too. Then you got another helicopter, ship to ship. Here's like a little trainer right here. And then here we have another plane, Lieutenant J.G. George Bush. This was another famous TBM Avenger miss, very famous World War II plane. You see big in size. And we got simulators for all the kids. Okay. Simulator, you can look at the price. $20 for 2 riders. 2-rider minimum. Backspins, corkscrew, sky loops, 360 pitch. We want to be there. So got fun here for all. Okay. Yeah, turn it off quick.
Anybody been aboard before? Great.
Real quick. There we go. Here we go in the back one. This is, I believe this is a SPD Dauntless dive bomber. You can tell by the speed brakes on the wings. I know the dive at the airplane, but that's how they stay down.
To Pearl Harbor.
Via the speed brakes right here. This is World War II vintage stuff, and of course matches the Midway, which is waved in the front. Here is, you gotta push it, right? there is the F4F Wildcat. It was a pretty used airplane throughout World War II. It's got quite the history, especially in the Battle of Midway. It's still on. And we're going to come over here. We got an airplane. We got a TBD Devastator. And we got this is video, right? Even you can't see nothing. That's synopsis of events from December. Pearl Harbor on, all the way up through, and then to the USS Midway and its final deployment out of San Diego. Okay, there's a Japanese, I would assume a Zero pilot. Okay, this way the enlisted sailors' bunks, it's where they slept in the forecastle. So we'll climb up the steps here, and as you can see how broad the hangar deck is. This is where all the airplanes were kept. Okay, and knee knockers, you gotta watch your feet, you gotta lower your head when you're inside the ships. And we'll go around here, looks like you go one more stairs up. Okay, here we go. You notice everything, all the brass is polished, and sailors were always clean. And we're back to return on the circle. We just came around from that side. And the mess decks went and looked at the brig, engineering room, CPO mess, and now we're coming back this way. Here we come to the ship's brig. Nobody's favorite place. Unless you're in trouble, then it became your favorite place. This is where the SPs, security police, Navy Master of Arms. That's where they keep all the bad boys that the commanding officer decided he had to do time in the brig. Okay, and there you have a seaman who's in trouble. He's in handcuffs. Master of Arms. And there's the chief that was in charge of all of it. Okay, I'm sure many people spend time in this brig. Kind of hit the Liberty ports and they couldn't go on Liberty. There's their shower.
I'm sure there's a supervised shower, bathroom as well. Here's one of your brigs. That's where you stayed for whatever length of time you were assigned down in the brig. This is probably where the Master of Arms and people slept down there, or the less restrictive people in the brig.
Set up for inspection, which it had to be ready. Marine Corps thing. Inspection almost every day. There's a rank structure in the Marine Corps that I'm very familiar with. And here's where the Marines had some wall lockers, and there's some more, probably here's where they lived, a lot of them, the Marine Corps. The They had a nice little place. Here's their armory where they kept all their weapons in here.
More of the area. Which is a lot of stuff. It was all back around the Miracle Building there, NCO building. That's where the E4s and E5s. It's closed, but they had their own separate building area. This is the weapons barrels where they cleared the weapons. You can definitely smell the diesel down here. There's some of the basic reduction gears that change the speed of the engine RPM to the propellers. Pretty big, just the gears. 6 propulsion and steam power system. It gives a readout of everything that goes on from the steam boiler, the shaft. And here's some of the controls. That monitors the steam and various things on the ship. I don't know if it's scuttlebutt. Scuttlebutt is the terminology for the water fountain on the ship. And here's more of the reduction gears. And you can see in there, down inside, what the gears look like as you listen to them. Pretty big machine there. Then we can go down to the engineering brig loop. And then there we go to engine room number 3, main engine control and the brig. Get in trouble, go into the brig. There's E6 above head line, every other man, it's the post office on base. Or in the ship. So you receive mail and you send your mail out. There's machining rooms. And you know these guys are indispensable. Lathes, mills, a lot of talented work going on in this room right here. And some of their tools of the trade, micrometers, calipers, outside micros, nano calipers. I'm going in a little bit more, there's more welders, stuff like that, brakes for sheet metal benders. This was another higher talent in that room. The tour continues to downstairs. So, once again, and it smells like diesel fuel down here. Definitely smells like diesel fuel down here. And you can tell. Some of the Navy guys are hot, sweaty, daily work. Bringing in oils and fuels and... There we go, from seawater to steam power. Steam is life out in USS Midway. So, talk about 290,000 gallons with the water evaporators out. And they made this every day. That's not water to fill 1,500 bathtubs. So basically taking seawater, turning it into steam, and then using it to fill the ship. Ship's propellers use a lot of steam. Here's the engine man, high technician, talks about each site and what their specific job was to do all that. Some of the equipment that they use, firefighting equipment and that. And here's some of their beds. They have 3 beds still up to the rack there. And this right here, this is all you have for your personal stuff. And then you have a little wall up there right there. That's the biggest commodities anybody have there. And 6 people live in this one area. And you put a bunch of stickers up to the 80s, and that's the way people live, you know. This was just your home for 3 years. Some of these personal pictures there. You were lucky, you tried to squeeze into sleep in between the launches. That's how you live, 3 years. That's how you live, 3 years. And more living, there's quite a few people living down in this area. After this, maybe 1869, the USS Enterprise fire on the North Area. The Raven fell from Vietnam at the rocket training rocket or something like that.
To shoot to kill as the sailor tried to bake in to the access route that led down to the nuclear weapons. So, Marines were also there to protect the nuclear weapons. And this is the hold down to the nuclear weapons, and that's where a Marine was on duty all the time. And more mess sticks. These are quite a bit bigger, as you can see. A lot more people here. Once again, there's an elevator shaft from the bottom of the ship coming up. There's a lot of their toasters, cold cereals that you could pick from. Just you came in there to eat. There's your ice machines. Scullery where you clean the kitchen, you know. People that got sick, they could stay in here for the Navy corpsmen here. CPO mess. CPO mess is, that's the E7s and above. That's their lounge, their mess, and their galley. The bank on the ship and protected the admirals and stuff like that. They got another weapons elevator shaft. Okay, so this brought up all the weapons from down in the bottom of the ship. And here's how it came up. As you can see, sailors are down there trying to get in the bomb strapped down, and for it to be brought up on the bottom of the ship to be brought up here and then offloaded to go out in the hangar deck to be put in the airplane. Here's the evolution of the aircraft carrier. Starts real small in World War II, and then they got a little bit bigger, and you notice they got a little bit bigger, and there's the Midway station in there. And then after the Midway, then they went nuclear, then they got the Enterprise, the Reagan, the Gerald Ford, and you can see these are pretty big carriers compared to the Midway itself. Once they went to the nuclear. Here's more mess decks. And a firefighting room. You see these firefighting rooms are really decked out. They got everything they need here to respond to an emergency. And to get to the flight deck, okay? And now we go to the flight deck to look at where the airplanes took off and landed, and to view the different airplanes. And we're exiting out. It's beautiful San Diego.